What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Something. Hit the keys. Here today with a quick demonstration over Sampla AI. What is Sampla AI, you may ask? It is an AI platform that focuses on soul samples, like old school stuff like Motown and so on and so forth. A quick disclaimer, today's video is sponsored by Sampla AI, but no worries. They have no bearing on anything I'm gonna say in this video. Matter of fact, they won't see the video until you see the video. So as we see here, we're on Sampla AI right now. And it basically says, crate digging, reinvented, no copyright strikes. Now, I know most of you guys may be wondering, is this ethically trained? Well, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. One of the developers of this is Evan Groves. Evan reached out to me this weekend about doing a video. He did tell me that this is ethically trained. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Make sure you stay with the video because I'll let you guys know everything that I found out before I did do this video to let you guys know whether it is ethically trained or not. But basically, he said this company is not connected to OpenBeat AI. Be similar to, let's say you created one plugin, then you created another plugin. He said that he's working with other developers on this. I'm just giving you guys all the information that I have up front because I want to be transparent with you guys. Because obviously, without you guys, there's no channel. So, you know, I'm definitely focused on the people on the channel first. But he did say that it was ethically trained and he is working with another company. But I will say this again, stick with me till the end of the video and I'll give you guys all the information that I've discovered as I've been doing this. So as you take a look here at Sampla, like it says here, crate digging, reinvented, no copyright strikes. So it's a text to prompt, generate samples and so on and so forth. So, you know, classic Motown sound, Chicago soul, horn arrangement, stuff like that. The pricing on this is going to be $0 for a free trial, $69 for the basic pass, which is going to get you commercial use, basic export, unlimited AI, basic export sound, standard default AI model, and then the $169 lifetime pass is going to get you a little bit extra with the priority export speeds, unlimited AI generations, priority export sound quality, and access to advanced models. In order to use this, you are going to have to go to your profile. And again, I want to stress this. It's not ethically okay. It's not okay. Those are my thoughts. Just want to make sure I say that again, because I said that a lot in the last video and y'all tried to get on me for some reason, but if it's not ethically trained, I'm not with it. I just want to say that again. So with this, you'll see that I have downloaded a few different generations already to see what some sound like. But let's go ahead and generate one from scratch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to generate a few of these from scratch. Then I'm going to play some of the ones that I have. I'm just going to play a sample beat that I kind of started on, that I was working on, and then I'm going to go through everything else at the end. So in order to create a sample, I'm not good at this. This isn't my jam. Creating text prompts isn't really my jam. So I'm just going to say something basically like jazzy, choir, electric guitar, and we'll say a piano and bells. And let's see what we get. So now we got to come down here. We can pick what we want, whether it's style is trumpet, 60s lo-fi piano, guitar, 50s Motown style, brass, 1970s, rock, jazz, strings, violin, hip hop, R&B, saxophone, soul, and vintage. And then over here, you can kind of, the more you tap into this soul meter over here, the more soulful it gets. And then wherever you want to go, tight or laid back, we'll just go ahead and come over here. And then we'll generate the beat. And on this, I'm just going to let you guys see how long it takes to generate the beat. I have the advanced plan, so it probably takes a little bit less time with this plan. But it still does take about 30 seconds or so instead of 2 minutes, 3 minutes to generate the sound. So I'm just going to leave this up on the screen. I'm going to talk again for a minute because I'm still going to say a lot of the same things that I said before. AI is not okay to just generate a whole beat and say that you claimed it. If you're going to be using tools like this, I feel like you should be using tools like this to take the sample, you know, export the sample, break the sample down, and then sample with it. That would be the only way I'd see it's justifiable. Same as I said before, if you're using samples, if you're using MIDIs, if you're using AI like Ozone and all kinds of other AI, you might not want to stand in the way of people using AI like this because you are using somebody else's work to make your work. So you see how fast that just exported. Now we can push play here and see what it sounds like. Now, from my experience with downloading sounds in this, I do feel like a lot of the samples are just like super generic samples, right? So it's not that they don't sound realistic. It's just that they sound, I don't know how to put it. They all just sound generic. And I don't mean that necessarily in a bad way. I just mean it sounds like a basic soulful piano sound or whatever. So here's another one of the samples that I downloaded. So that was the first one that I downloaded. This was the second one that I downloaded. I do like this one though. So that sounds pretty smooth there too. One thing that I think is a downfall to this Sampla AI is that, and it would be the same with Open Beat or the other, a lot of the AIs, is that you can't just get a sample without drums. So that was like the first thing I tried to figure out on this. I wonder if I can, it won't tell me my prompts, but on my prompts, on like one of the first ones that I did Saturday, I was trying to get it with no drums, and you can't get it with no drums. So like, let's say we say electric piano, can't spell apparently, electric piano, acoustic guitar, trumpet with no drums or vocal. No drums, no vocal. So now let's check this prompt out. I'm not going to make you guys wait as I do this time. I'll just go ahead and fast forward it there to that point in the video. So all right, we got the sound here now. So let's go ahead and hear what this new sample sounds like. It's in lo-fi again. It's got drums. It didn't give me vocals though, because a lot of times it gives you vocals. So that's cool that it didn't get the vocal in there, but still, you know what I'm saying? If I just want to download a sample, I should be able to, with AI now at this point, I should be able to just download the sample without the drums. You know what I'm saying? So here is the third one that I downloaded. And this one I actually started to make a beat with. I'll let you guys kind of hear the beat that I was working with. But this is like the third one that I used. All right, so that was the sample that I used for this beat right here. So I'll go ahead and take this off, but we can drop this here again so that you can see this was the beat that I sincerely used. on this. So what you can do to get the sample, obviously many of you guys should know this by now, but you can come over here and then you can just extract stems as sample. You can break everything down from drums to instruments to bass to vocals, blah, then you can just extract that real quick. I've already done that over here, as you guys can see, but I just wanted to do it again so that you guys can see what it was like. This is kind of how long this process is going to take, so I guess I'll talk through this too as well. So what I did with this was I ended up chopping up a certain section, and then I dropped that section in the Fruity Slicer. And so in Fruity Slicer is how I basically chopped this up, and I'll show you guys that here in a moment. And then I took the vocals and I added them in there too. And then I just got a little loop with that. I guess I'll finish letting this extract real quick. I guess I could talk for a few more seconds. But as you're seeing here, it's extracting the stems. And as soon as it's done extracting the stems, it's just going to drop them there for us. So then when you come over here, boom, you see now you have all the stems here. You know what I'm saying? And then as you see here, this is just the instrument stem. So this is the stem that I used. So that's the stem that I use. What I did was I came over here, I dropped the stems into a Fruity Slicer, and then I just chopped them up. All right, so we have Fruity Slicer. So you can see here. And so then I ended up chopping it up. So I was like, so those were the two samples that I used. I didn't finish the full beat. I just kind of worked on it a little bit, but I'll let you guys kind of hear what we did have over here. So you can see how I ended up using that sample into this beat. So this is kind of what it sounds like. This is just going to be the loop. So it gave me a good start. I edited the vocals a little bit. I put a high shelf filter, I put a filter on there, and I cut off a lot of the low end, the high end, put some reverb and delay on there. And that's kind of how I got that to sound like that. But coming back over here, so let's go ahead and just find one more different preset real quick. So let's go ahead and we'll keep this. We'll change this to an electric guitar. And let's see what kind of sample we get. Let's go hip hop, actually. I haven't done hip hop yet. Let's see what kind of sample we get if we choose hip hop. All right, so we've got this other generation complete. Let's go ahead and check out what this one sounds like. So that's what it sounds like. So again, you know, I can't sit on my platform and lie and cap. I feel like the samples are all right, but it reminds me more of like elevator jazz than it does like soul music from the 60s and the 70s. Like, you know, if you guys know, I have about 100, 150 albums, you know, like Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight, Stevie Wonder, you know, all that stuff, man. I literally have all those records and I listen to that stuff all the time. And I feel like this sounds like it is created through AI's version of old soulful music. So I guess the part of the video you guys are wondering about, is this ethically trained or not? So I'm going to read this email that I have. I can't necessarily show you the email. It's probably a conflict of interest, but I'm going to read the email and the response, and then I'm going to give you the information that I found. So in the email, I have to ask, is it ethically trained? And Evan responds back, yes, it's ethically trained. We are using custom Miraca AI model, but even though it is, we are not advertising it as ethically trained after the OpenBeat third-party conversation. So yes, we have full rights and permission to claim ethically trained, but we are not advertising it. I hope people use it because it's good, not because it's ethically trained. I hope they use it because it's ethically trained. I got to say that. But so then he also said, you are good to mention anything, fam. I'm just not making the focal point for Sampla, but it's completely ethically trained. And so now I believe I can read this because this would be a statement that he's going to put out. So this is what he got from Miraca. Just stay with me though. I got some more information for you guys. So Evan asked, is Miraca ethically trained? Do we own the output? Also, is it all commercial usage for all users? And it says, hi, Evan. Thanks for asking these crucial questions. We know that for a business building on top of our API, clarity on these topics is essential. Here is a breakdown of how Miraca handles these ericas. Is Miraca ethically trained? Yes. We take this very seriously. Miraca's foundation models are trained on data sets that are legally licensed, cleared for training purposes, as our mother company has been running music apps for many years already. So we have the experience to handle related problem and also a big music pool. This approach is designed to minimize the risk of downstream copyright claims against other users. Do we own the output? Miraca does not claim ownership of the content you generate. We assign all the rights that we hold in the generated output to you. This means that you are free to use the content as you see fit. Note, it is worth mentioning that current copyright laws regarding AI-generated content vary by country. But from a contract perspective, we do not restrict your ownership. And is it all commercial usage for all users? And it says you need to check with your local legal service, and it also depends on how your user wants to use it. For example, in the US, you need to have some support document to say that AI only assists you in the song creation. Then you can have full copyright to the song. The line is the song is complete, generated by AI, or is an output of human beings who assisted by AI. So then it says, I hope this clarifies our position. Let me know if you need more specific details of our terms of service. Best, Eve API Sales Head America. So on the surface level, okay, that looks good. But obviously after the whole OpenBeat, fiasco, I had to do my due diligence. My due diligence. If y'all have seen the reel, you knew my due diligence. So I Googled, is Miraca AI ethically trained? And the first thing that came up on the AI is copyright infringement allegations. Miraca is currently facing a lawsuit from American musicians and songwriters who allege the AI was trained on a centralized library of sound recordings and musical works copied without permission from online sources. The complaint states that it is a systemic infringement on copyrights. So copyright claims in its own press releases, Miraca claims its neural network is trained on a vast and ethically sourced data set of musical compositions. And then it says, artist concerns, the company's platform allows users to upload any song as a reference track to imitate, raising concerns among artists that Miraca acts as a cheaper substitute for human creativity and directly competes with them in the market. So one of three things could be true. It might not be ethically trained. Artists uploading songs that aren't that are copyright claimed, and the model is training that's not ethical, so on and so forth. I don't have all the answers on that. I just know that it's my responsibility as the YouTuber. If I'm going to present information, it's my responsibility to get all the information. So I went and got the information here. And then I also saw you know what I'm saying, top music attorney, Miss Crystal, she over here talking about Miraca and Lala's way back. So I just thought I'd bring that up because, again, it's my responsibility to not sugarcoat nothing. If I have information, it's my responsibility to report it. But if it's ethically trained, I would recommend the tool if you're going to use it ethically. So not just text a prompt out and then call that your beat. If you're going to export it out, you're going to chop up the sample, you're going to break down the sample, and you're going to sample like normal people sample, and it's ethically trained, then I support this. You guys get it. I said it before in the last video, and I'll say it again. So that's what I got for you guys in today's video. Make sure if you guys do like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell, so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. I appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the key.